Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to create this wavy beachy hairstyle without having to go to the beach. Like you see, I have medium to short hair, so stay tuned if you want to know how to create this hairstyle. So, how to make wavy, flowy, beachy hair without having to go to the beach. The products that you're gonna have to have, for starters, I washed my hair yesterday and then I put in a mousse, whatever volumizing mousse or stronghold mousse that you have. I just scrunched it in my hair while it was still like towel dry, let it fully dry, and then I get just like this little bend in my hair. It's just to give it grip, to give it a little bit of texture, and to give it some heat protection, because it's moisturizing, volumizing, and heat protecting all in one product. So I recommend doing this hairstyle either day 2 or day 3 when your hair is a little bit dirty. But if you waited 3 days after you washed your hair, I would reapply your heat protection. But since I did it yesterday, I haven't done anything this morning. It's still fine. And after that, I got my brush with some really lovely hair in it. I have a Tangle teaser-esque brush, plastic bristles, and then I'm just gonna like brush through the hair so that there's no knots, nothing that can bother the process. So let's section off the hair. And for this, I have just a regular, clip. I don't have that much hair, so for me, I'll make do with one clip. If you have more, definitely have more clips on hand. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one section like right below my ear, just like this. I'm twisting it up, grabbing my clip, and then just fastening it like that, so that I'm left with 2 very simple strands on each side, basically. Sorry. And I'm using a curling tong that looks like this. It's like a wave maker, basically. A bigger sized crimper, if you will, that we used when we were little. And since I don't have long hair, I use a smaller version, but if you have longer hair and you want like bigger waves, definitely size up with your wave maker. But like I said, since I don't have that much hair, or I don't have super long hair, I use something like this. And it has a flat surface, 2 tongs, a little rest, and then it's just the heater's on, and I have it on both wands. You can also choose to just have it on one, but I have it on both on 200 degrees. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this first section, and I'm trying to do this with my mirror, so if I'm looking weird, that's why. I'm grabbing a piece approximately this size, not too big, not too small. And I have the back side of my crimper like towards my neck, and I hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds. And I usually hold it for a little bit longer on the hair that's underneath, because this is the hair that we start on. It's gonna get straighter faster, so that's why I hold on a little bit longer on these pieces. It's also because the wand hasn't really heated up quite yet, so I hold on just a little bit more, just like this. And then for the end pieces, either you leave them like this, or you just slowly put them in there. For me, it's either or. I can have a bend at the end or just let them be straight. Doesn't really matter. Something like that. And then I'm gonna grab back piece. And they are gonna get more curly as we go. Like I said, my wand hasn't really heated up quite yet. But that's okay. Like I said, I use it like this. So now we have something like this. Wavy hair, basically. So what I'm gonna do is move it on to the next section. Hair clips flying about. And I do this part like right above my ear. Same thing as last time. Twisting it up and putting a clip in it. I divide it down the middle, take it to the front. Looks a little bit crazy now, but you know, it's all about the end result. You're looking kind of like a poodle at this stage, but we're just gonna keep on moving and it's gonna go great, I promise. Taking it down, doing a last section right on the crown, sectioning it off just as we did before. And you're gonna be left with this. These back pieces are a little bit more tricky. Right now, I don't have a mirror behind me, but I would suggest that if you do, you can curl it and then either have like a pocket mirror and actually like look behind you to see if you get everything right. And you can always fix it like after you're done, so you don't really have to worry. But I always just try my best to fit everything in here that I need to. Something like this. But now for this last section, this is where it gets a little bit more tricky because you do want to kind of avoid the kinks as much as possible, even though you can straighten them out afterwards. But what I do, like I said, usually start with my left side for some reason, which is, yeah. And now I do the back section first. As you've seen me do for the other sections, I've always started from the front, working my way backwards. Now that I get to the top, I do it the other way around. Now for the front, the upper front section. This is do or die. No, I'm kidding. You can always fix it later. But this is definitely where you want to like take a deep breath and relax whilst you do this. And you should end up with something like this on this side. As you can see, there are still some crinkles. We're gonna fix that, don't worry. but you should have something like this. I actually just take my little clip, clip it in one of the bends to make it stay in place. And now you're left with something like this. You look a little bit like Jesus. It's gonna be fine. A tip is also do this the night before an event or a day at work or whatever you need to do. But like I mentioned, the kinks at the top, not looking too cute. So what we're gonna do now is use our flat iron. This is a GHD Gold Classic curling iron. And I'm also gonna use my little comb to just comb it down a little bit so that they're all even. Take my flat iron. You should be at this stage where it's all super curly. I'm gonna use a wide tooth comb. Let's see if we can get it in there. From BUDGIE. And I'm just gonna like rake through all the waves. And it gets twice as big. Raking through all of them. Also taking my hair back, shaking it back, raking it through in the back. Taking it forward, just assessing if you want something more bended, less bended. Either you're going with the waver or you're going with your straightener, depending on what you want to do. But I'm gonna move on to my next product. This is a Löwengrip Good to Go dry shampoo. And this is a light texture dry shampoo. Shake it. Do a little claw. Lift up. Grabbing my smaller comb again. Just to brush it through a little bit. And then I go in to tease it a little bit. I always tease slightly back in my crown. And I like having it behind my ears, because when I work, I don't like having hair in my face. So I usually make sure that it looks nice behind my ears. Fix it a little bit here in the back. Push it forward. Rake through some of them if I need to. And now you're left with something like this. And since I just did it, it's gonna be big, it's gonna be poofy. But like I said, a tip is to do it the night before your event, party, everyday life, whatever, to make it tone down just a little bit, if you know what I mean. But my last step is a finishing spray. This is also from BUDGIE, the all-inclusive finishing spray. This is sort of like a mix of a last step setting spray for your hair, but also has a little bit of hold like a regular hairspray. So I just put this on the top to get rid of flyaways. Push my hair into place. So I have flyaways back here. So you should be left with something like this. Wavy angel hair, or whatever you want to call it. It is going to be super fluffy the first day. But like I said, it's a great way to style your hair before going to bed to have it looking great the next day. But this is just my take on like the very trendy, wavy, beachy hair without having to go to the beach. And since I have shorter hair, mine is gonna be more curly than if you'd had longer hair. But I just wanted to show it how it looks on me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed and try this out. This is a major trend for spring, like I said, and it works on medium short, medium long hair, and it looks great on everyone. And these types of wavers you can find it anywhere online. You can just type in wave maker, wave curling iron, something like that, and you will find something similar to mine. I hope you have a great rest of the day, whatever you are, and I hope you learned something and try this out for yourself. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where it's at Petronella Nilsson, to see more of my photos when I work as a freelance makeup artist. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!